Guys, welcome back again. So what we are going to do today is we will do this remove k from list. Okay, so this is the linked list problem that we have. This is the first in the 5 series of linked list, like the 5 problem series. So what this says is like we have to try to solve this in on time and o1 additional space, where n is the number of elements in the list, since that is what you will be asked to do during an interview. Okay, given a singly linked list of integers L and integer K, remove all the elements from list L that have a value equal to K. So for example, if we have this and K equals to 3, then we would like to remove all the 3's in here, so it will be 1 2 4 5. Similarly, if we have 10, it will basically be the same, right? Cool. So let's do this. So what we can do is we are already, so they have already defined the linked list, so it will be like this. It will have a value and then it's so if you know or if you don't know, this is how a linked list is. So linked list will be like, there will be, this is one node which contains some value, right? So it will have, it is connected to another node. Say let's suppose O is the node here, so it is connected to O, which is next node. Then after this it will be O next node based on this value. So this is how it continues, so it will be O, right? So we are given, so all these list nodes are so it has some value, this has some value, this has some value, this has some value. So these values are 3 1 2 4 and everything is node here, right? So what we want to do is, like, suppose if we want to remove 3 from a list, from the list of this linked list, what we basically have to do is, like, suppose if this is, so the other thing is this will be null in a linked list, right? So the first value, we can remove this as well, but if it's, yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's suppose if this is 3, its value, if this is 1, if this is 2, if this is 3, and if this is 4, then what happens in linked list is, like, if we want to remove, if this value K is 3, then we want to start at here, so the first value will be this 1, right? So we remove this, so our head will be 1, so this will be head. I don't know how to point it, maybe like this, yeah. So this will be head, right? Okay. And then we can keep 2 as it is, so it will be the next value. Now if it's 3, we don't want this value, so if 2 dot next is 3, we will want to remove this, and but we want to keep 3 here, so this value 3 will be removed. Okay, this 3 will be removed. So we want to put something like this. So let's code how to work on this. Okay, so let's say we have this. So what we need to do is, let's suppose we have this list node of integer, so they say we have to solve this using O1. So let's not create a new object, new list node. Let's just work on the, like, let's just assign it to some variable, like, okay, linked list current head, new head, right, which is equals to L. So the head, now this will point to this value 3 here. So what we can do is, we can basically so if we want to remove the value K, what we can do is, let's try this. So while, right, while this L dot value is equals to K, right, if suppose L dot value is K, what we want to do is L is equals to L dot next. You see what happened here? It's like if the first value is, so if we are searching for k here, if k is 3, we want to point our next head to 1 like we did here, so this will be the next. So until if this was 3, it will say okay, this is also 3, next, now move next head to this. So this will basically be your head, right? Just change in the original list. Cool. So this is good. So we are good. Now we are sure that the first value is not the value it has is not the k, right? Next, what we can do is we can again look through this and basically see if something that next value is, now we have already assigned new head to L, right? So what happens is new head will contain the values of L. So let's do this now. While, what we can do is while new head, right, new head dot next is not equals to null. So why we are searching null is if, so if this is the last node here, then the next value is null, so this is null. So while the next value is not null, what we'll do is we'll basically loop through it. Okay, so what we are going to do is if the next value is null, okay, like this. So what we'll do here is so if the value is 3, right, if so current value is not, by now we know that this recent value is not what, is not the k, right, is not k, so it must be the next value. So if new head dot next dot value is equals to k, so if new head dot next dot value is equals to k, what we want to do is we want to make like new head dot next will be new head dot next dot next, right? So instead of pointing, so after 1, so let's see here, so new head dot next is 3, new head dot next, so 3's next is 4, so new head dot next, if the value, if the next value after 2 is the same 3 that we are searching, then we want to omit this and go for another one, which is we'll basically remove this and put 4. Okay, the next value is what we want, like okay, this dot next is 4, which will be like this. Else we can just go around, like if it's just continuous, then we can just say else what we can do is new head, we can change the head. Now we can point to the next, so new head is equals to new head dot next, next, right? So this we can do. So once we have this, we are basically loop through everything. Now we can return the actual value L, right? So let's see. Okay, so there is an error. What it says is null pointer. So our first thing passed, second thing also passed in 3, so 1000 and all. Okay, we removed it from here. While so what we have to say, while new head is not null, while new head is not null, or new head dot next is not null, we can keep and yeah, either this is not null or this is not null, both should be clean. No, so okay, so what is the mistake here is we basically remove this, while okay, so what we can do is, so this is trying to see okay 1000 while L is not equals to null. Okay, we pass this also. Now we have this. Okay, in case cool. Okay, we are good with this now, right? Yeah, so what happened here is, in the first case, so this might be like, yeah, the case where we want to go through it and there won't be any values. Like if the next value is null, we don't want to go to the next, it will throw null pointer like it threw before. And there might be a case like if it's already empty, what we're doing is, okay, it didn't find here, okay, then it went till here. Then if we are again searching, if the next of this empty, which is again null, so we have to keep it like this. So this is good, you can submit it, right? Cool. Thank you. Thanks everyone.